With all the different Batmans we're getting in the DC multiverse, looks like we are definitely gonna add another Joker. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. First, we're going to talk about some DC updates with Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, and Blue Beetle. Then we're going to talk about release the Ayer cut. And finally, possible confirmation that Joker is indeed in the Batman. Alright, let's get through some production updates for Aquaman 2 and Blue Beetle. Now, Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom had suffered some delays because of Jason Momoa getting injured and also COVID. But it looks like they are soon to wrap production because the stunt crew just posted this on Instagram. From Mikey Frenchie at Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, that's a wrap. So the stunt crew is done. That means it's not too long now until the entire production is finished. Now, to be clear, it's a 4 months production, which is pretty sizable for a big film. But still, let's wait until James Wan officially wraps production. While that's wrapping production, Blue Beetle is apparently going to start production. Angel Manuel Soto, the director for Blue Beetle, retweeted this out. So hyped for this movie, pretty sure Angel Manuel Soto will deliver a blast. The upcoming Blue Beetle movie starring Zolo Mariduena is reportedly set to start filming by the first quarter of 2022 in Georgia. Blue Beetle is one of the absolute powerhouses among DC heroes, and I'm really looking forward to this. You guys excited? And because Angel Manuel Soto retweeted that, we're kind of encouraged to understand that that is definitely when they're going to start production for Blue Beetle. Which makes me wonder if we're not going to actually see Blue Beetle until maybe 2023 or late 2022. Alright, let's talk about the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Now, David Ayer posted some interesting pictures in the past few days. First one is of Harley Quinn. Now, this is not the Harley Quinn that we actually saw in the movie. This is one of the early Harley Quinn concepts for David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Many different designs and concepts were tried out. A director would be presented multiple iterations, often from several artists. Sometimes multiple wardrobe builds are tested. It's a long process and requires the labor of many talented collaborators. As you can see, all the different designs he went through, and I'm really glad they went with the one that they got. Definitely made Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn very popular, but apparently maybe David Ayer never got all the concepts the way he wanted to. David Ayer also shared this image. This is the look I wanted. Now, it's kind of similar to the Incubus build that we saw in the movie, but this does look a lot more, I don't know, angelic, godly, much more imposing and mysterious. So it's unfortunate he never got to have this design in the movie. Now, I know he says that the current build doesn't take much more to finish and they could just push that out. But maybe, just him saying that that's the look he wanted kind of reminds me of the whole Steppenwolf thing for Zack Snyder's Justice League. When the Justice League theatrical, even the 214 cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League had the theatrical Steppenwolf in it. But with a little bit more money, like 70 million plus, he was able to get his version of Steppenwolf made. Could this be where David Ayer is actually trying to roll the dice for more? Maybe a little bit more money, and he could actually get to the point where he's get to have his own designs for his version of Suicide Squad, in which they'll have to rework CGI, do this and that, just like Zack Snyder's Justice League. But over on Instagram, he also shared some pictures of Joker, what looks like to be some early looks of Joker, which is really cool, and I noticed they didn't have damage on the forehead, but it still makes me wonder why he's sharing all these images once again. He's back to actually showing us, this is the concept that I wanted, this is all the stuff that I've done. I don't know, is it over? Well, according to David Ayer, unless this means something else entirely, he posted this on Instagram stories. It's not over until I win. So if that is a remark for David Ayer's Suicide Squad, it clearly shows he's not giving up on it. He's clearly just going to keep pushing those buttons, and hopefully, someone at Warner Brothers will definitely decide to release the Ayer cut. Alright, let's talk about the Batman. Now, with every introduction and interpretation of a new Batman, there's always that talk about, well, what does the Joker look like? And it's no different. Robert Pattinson's The Batman may have a Joker in it. And I think I've already talked about how Barry Keoghan, the star from Eternals, may be Joker and not Officer Merkel. If you remember, this was a post from DEUXMOI. I have really locked down information that probably will send the internet in a swirl, and it's 100% true. Barry Keoghan will be playing the Joker on the new Batman. You're welcome, exclusive info. Now, since then, some people have heard that this was the case as well, but some people have heard that that's not the case at all. Answering a remark from Anthony Brooklyn and Batman, Barry could very well just be playing Gordon's partner, but the rumors about him really playing someone else may have been around for a while. I'm okay if Matt decides not to use Joker in his trilogy. Then Casey Walsh responds to that saying, everything I've heard about this movie would indicate this is not true, and it even sounds like some plot lines that would set up future villains may have been cut. Big Screen Leaks also said this, unless they cut out all hints of it in the Batman test screenings, Barry Keoghan will not be playing Joker. I also like to add that viewer Anon had said that in the screenings that people saw, Barry Keoghan was apparently missing from the film altogether. So could it be that the screenings they were putting out took out the elements and hints for Joker and Barry Keoghan too? Well, Chris Killian from Comic Book Now actually got a little bit of an interesting response from Barry Keoghan. I have zero inside info. All I'm saying is I got shut down so fast on the Batman.
Loved also that this is like the first Marvel movie that makes DC references, and you're actually going to be in the Batman too. Which is wild.
We can't talk about that.
You can't talk about the Batman?
Mm-mm.
Wait till they get a load of me.
So it seems very likely that Barry Keoghan is holding on to a very big secret. And either is he going to be Mad Hatter or just Officer Merkel, or he just doesn't want to say anything about the Batman right now. But it's very suspicious indeed. What's even more suspicious is that his brother posted this on Facebook. His brother Eric Keoghan said this, so it's finally out. My brother playing the Joker in the new Batman. Unreal stuff. Now he could just be joking and he's being, a troll right now. But it's interesting that he didn't leave that up and he actually deleted it. It's almost like someone said, hey, that's not supposed to go out. Don't say that stuff. Or he could just be joking. But how would Joker fit into a movie that has multiple villains already? Could it just be a hint of things to come? Well, Scoot, who works in the industry, said this. I think I heard somewhere that Batman has already taken him down within the first year of his tenure. He's probably locked away. So that's kind of interesting and makes me really think that this could be like the Long Halloween, where instead of Batman reaching out to Calendar Man, maybe he actually reaches out to the Joker in the cell. Kind of like how he's the Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins in the cell, and Batman would be like Clarice visiting Joker in Arkham. That'd be interesting if he's trying to get into the mind of like a crazy serial killer to find another crazy serial killer, who is the Riddler. And that makes sense because this is year 2, not year 1 of the Batman. There's already history there. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But there's definitely going to be a Joker, I'm 100% sure, in the Batman trilogy somewhere. And it looks like there's going to be another opportunity to see another screening of the Batman. Viewer Non says, links seem to be IP based, so I'm not going to post one here as previously planned. But if you want to see the Batman next week in Burbank, sign up at screeningsquad.com and watch your inboxes. So if you are able to make it out at Burbank, if you live around there, you may get to see the Batman yourself.